Welcome to the Mario Matter, the number one Nintendo podcast.
My friends, the feared situation has happened. The Nintendo Switch 2 price has gone up. We talk about it today, why that happened, what do I think, all that sort of stuff. Welcome on into the Mario Matter. I'm your host, Nintendo Switch 2 YouTuber EmSwizzle. Episode 191 of the Mario Matter. We are not in our usual studio. We are in the New Jersey area, and I have brought back the one-time guest, the last year's guest on the official Nintendo Switch 2 episode, also in New Jersey. It is my father. How we doing?
I'm Jeff. I'm back. I'm Dad Swizzle. I'm back for my second time. I'm excited to be with Max. I'm going to let him take it away, and we'll get into some fun stuff.
Yes. Now, a few things I wanted to mention about you being on the podcast I think the listeners will appreciate. So last night, before the whole Switch 2 price increase news broke, our main topic was this new Starfox game, which we'll also talk about today. And I looked at your phone. I was helping you put the Wi-Fi on your phone, and I'm on your Google. And you're prepped.
Oh boy.
I'm looking at your search history. Starfox premise. What is Starfox? Like all this sort of you were preparing.
I asked, what is the premise of Starfox? I'm like, what the heck is this? I had heard of it. I knew there was an old game, but I didn't know what it was about.
Yeah.
So carry on.
Yeah, you are prepped, and our main topic now is the Switch 2 price going up. We're actually going to begin with that right now, like at the start of the show. I'm trying out a new format where, usually we save the big segment for like the middle of the show. We're going to jump right to that in the beginning. However, there's one thing I did not know about 10 minutes ago. Apparently, is it a good time now? You have a prop or something that you brought with you.
It's not a giant surprise. It's just something small from the old school days when EmSwizzle was first on the come up. Okay, this is one of the original merch pieces, I believe.
Oh,
if I'm not wrong, I'm going to hold this up.
You're not wrong.
I got this deep in one of my drawers. This is an EmSwizzle original design. Okay, so not too many people probably have this, and on the back,
oh my
the
gosh,
big reveal.
I think Swizzle cakes.
Were the fans the Swizzle cakes?
They were.
Okay, so I'm officially a Swizzle cakes. I think I have two of these.
Yep.
I should have worn it, but I just wanted to kind of pull it out and show you what I had.
That's funny.
I feel like we should auction this off.
Yep, we should. Well, I don't know. I mean, I can sign it and we can sell it. I should probably explain what any of this is.
Yeah, what is that?
So this logo here, I'm not really sure if it's on camera too well. Oh, geez, I hit the mic. That's not a good start. This logo here was like some logo that I got made on like Fiverr. I don't know why in my head I saw as my logo, I saw a triangle and a circle. I said, triangle, circle, EmSwizzle. What can you do? Made this. I was like, sure. Because I didn't have a concept of like what a good logo looked like.
How old do you think you were maybe when you made
13.
That? Yeah, it looked like a
13.
superhero T-shirt or something almost. Yeah. And then where did Swizzle cakes come from?
My brain, my 13-year-old brain actually.
Really?
I don't. Now, like if I had a name for the audience, it's the Swizzlers.
Yeah.
I think that makes a lot more. Swizzle cake. Don't really even know what that is. I think it just sounded nice, rolled off the tongue. Swizzle cakes.
Well, I like
but it's
it,
like what's a swizzle cake? Like
I don't really know. Let's bring it back, man.
I guess that's funny.
Enough about the swizzle cakes, but I thought it would be funny.
No,
people that hadn't seen that before.
It is funny. It is. But now we got to talk about business.
Oh, down to business.
Jeff.
Yes.
Got to talk about some business. Okay.
All right.
The people want to hear our thoughts. The Nintendo Switch 2 price is going up, and the people want to know what we think. So. We've talked about, I've on this podcast, you are not always on the podcast, I've speculated time and time again, there's news stories that come in, like I've guessed what the price will go up to on previous episodes. I've like talked about, investors are worried about Nintendo, they need to up their prices, and the whole reason for the price increase is it's a bevy of things. For a while it was tariffs, and now it's like memory RAM shortages, and then I believe there's something else going on too. What did
memory, chips, GPUs, all of it. It costs them a lot of money to make these things. And apparently they're making them now, and maybe even after the price increase, at a loss. Like they sell the console, they sell it at a loss, and of course they're going to make their money back and then some on the games. Mm-hmm. And they're just trying to get them into people's hands. But it just got to the point where they needed to pop the price up a little bit to kind of recoup some of those losses. So, It's going to $499, right?
Yeah, so I have the details. So in the United States, beginning September 1st, so if you still want one at the good price, you have time. It's going from $450 to $500. So a $50 price increase, which I don't think is the end of the world. I think it'd be worse if it was like $550, which is a weird price, but Nintendo likes their 50s, hence is why the Switch was $450. So that wouldn't have shocked me, but it's only $50 more, so it's not really going to sway you. Like if you're thinking of buying a Switch 2, you're not going to be like, oh, not buying one now because
or do it now before it's too late, before it pops up.
No, right. But if like next year someone's like, I want to Switch 2. Oh, the price went up. I'm not buying it. Like it doesn't. It's not a factor.
If I'm a parent and I'm getting it for my kid for Christmas, or if he's got a birthday coming up, or she has a birthday coming up, get it now before the price does hike. Right?
Yeah. Right. And so in Canada, it's going from $630 to $680. Europe, it's going from 470 euros. That's euros, right? It makes sense. To 500, and then in Japan, if you care, it's going from 49,980 yen to 59,980. So a 10,000 yen increase.
And that 59,000 yen is how much in American dollars? I think it was like still $100 cheaper in Japan.
Yes, it is.
100 or 100 plus cheaper in Japan. But if you have any ideas of going to Tokyo or sending your kids to Tokyo to buy a Switch, you can't. A Switch 2, it won't work if you bring it back to the U.S. because it's what? It's region locked.
You did your research. This is insane.
I have Google. I have Yahoo. I have Lycos.
AOL.
You don't even know what that is. That's an old search engine from the early 2000s.
Yeah. This is crazy. So what else do you know? I can't wait to hear your takes on Starfox with this research.
Oh, you just wait and see. You think I was sleeping last night in the hotel room? I was studying.
I thought so. I mean, I saw you on your phone. I didn't know what you were doing.
I was studying.
In other news, it probably affects none of us apart from, there was one time I was like, comment down below if you're listening from Japan. One guy commented. So I feel bad for, but regardless.
Konnichiwa.
Yes.
Domo arigato.
All that. The Switch 1 in Japan is also getting a price increase. The Switch Online membership in Japan and South Korea also going up. I'm not sure why the membership is going up. Just make more money somehow. Yeah. And then also, out of all things, out of all merch, out of anything, playing cards for Nintendo in Japan are seeing a price increase. Couldn't tell you. I don't know. I don't know why you raised the price of those things. Maybe you raised the price of your new jumbo Donkey Kong plush.
Yeah. Are these increases all happening at the same time?
I believe they're all on September 1st.
So basically, maybe that stuff slides lower under the radar. You're raising prices on all these other things because the Switch 2 increase is going to be the main news, and they're like, we're also going to raise this stuff. Maybe it doesn't get as much headlines as it would independently. I don't know.
You don't hear about that stuff. You hear about the one big thing.
Yeah.
So I mean, thoughts are it's expected. We expected this, or at least I did. I'm not really sure if you were in the loop there, but I expected this. I mean, what else can you do? You're a company who's probably I'm not sure if they're fully losing money on just selling the console itself, but you're at least barely profitable. And it's a move that you need to make. It's a move that PlayStation made. It's a move that everyone else is making, needs to make. It's expected. It was going to happen. I mean, it sucks, but it's like they need to do it. I mean, there's no other like I saw this coming, so I'm not like I'm not sitting here like wow, this is insane to me, So it's just kind of like business.
And how much? It's still like $150 cheaper than like a PS5.
Yeah, somewhere in there.
And I know they're not the same kind of console, and the Nintendo Switch 2 audience skews younger, and maybe they're a little more price sensitive and things like that. But still, you look at it, it's still cheaper than getting a PS5.
Right. So, expected $500, which is also, by the way, like you don't get Mario Kart for your $500, but like people paid $500 for Mario Kart, the Switch 2 bundle, so people don't have a problem spending that sort of money if you're already committed to buying the console. So it's not like, once again, as I said earlier, it's not a factor. Like if you're gonna buy a Switch 2 now, it's not like you're not gonna buy one now.
Hey, let me just tell you this.
Yes.
My first console was an Atari 2600. That launched in 1977 at the price of $199, which doesn't sound like that much, but with inflation and at today's pricing, that would be like $800.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Now, of course, my family didn't get that until like the early 80s when they were probably giving them away, right? My Santa Claus brought it, okay? Kids, Santa brought it. So we got it in the early 80s when it was probably like $100 or something. But hey, I still enjoyed it.
Yeah, and I even have one because I found one like 4 years ago at a like a little flea market thing.
Oh, right.
And I have one. I mean, I can see how that was all the rage back in the day.
It was. We love to play a little Pong, a little Asteroids, little Breakout, you know. So
I like it.
I like, you know, I was more of a sports games guy when I was growing up, but everything. And then as we're going to talk about Starfox later, and I know there was a thing there about like the graphics are so much more realistic and everything, and people kind of miss the old more pixelated stuff. Well, all we had was pixelated stuff back in the day on the Atari. It looked like you were playing with like, you know, blobs,
Right.
little moving blobs.
Yeah. So any of this Star Fox probably like looks great to you.
Blow my mind.
Yeah. All right. Well, do you want to talk about that now? Because I mean, it's not like we can sit here forever and talk
transition.
about prices going up. So
No.
we can talk about that. So this would have been Wednesday night, Wednesday evening. Nintendo, what they usually do, you'll get it in the morning, you know, a little 10 a.m. tweet. You'll get it in a Nintendo Direct presentation, which they announced one day before. Like, hey, we're going to do a presentation tomorrow morning. We're going to announce some games coming out this summer, whatever the case is. Right. Wednesday evening, Nintendo just feels like, all right, let's just release this YouTube video and do some tweets. This 16-minute, it's called a Starfox Direct. So it's like one of those direct presentations, but for one game, just randomly with no announcement, nothing like that. I was just chilling Wednesday night, and they released that. No warning. So everyone's like, what the heck is happening? And you don't know, but for like the past month or so, there's been rumors of a new Star Fox game because there's a credible leaker who kind of said that one was coming. He's right. And also the main character, Fox McCloud, was in the Mario Galaxy movie. So like we saw a Star Fox game coming. It's not.
I didn't see the movie.
We're not being blindsided
that
here.
They dropped little hints.
Right. Yeah, but the announcement and how they did it was the biggest blindside here. So this gets all released and revealed. I can run through all the details for those who have not seen it or / want to hear my thoughts on it, and then you can chime in if you ever want to talk about something. Or...
I had heard of Star Fox. I guess it's the last one was like 10 years ago for the Nintendo 64 or whatever. Am I right?
Well, 10 years ago would have been like Nintendo Wii U 3DS
what was the
era.
N64
The
era when
N64 would have been like 1990s.
Wait, was that? Oh, I'm losing my mind. Was the first one 10 years ago or was it further back?
First one was even further back. That was on the Super Nintendo.
Oh, it was. So I was totally off. Maybe my research. Maybe I was using
10 years ago would have been. 10 years ago would have been Wii U.
But it was 10 years ago, the last version of Star Fox?
Yes.
That's what I'm thinking. Okay, so, yeah, I'd heard of that. A friend of mine said he'd played it and everything and really liked it. But
sorry. Tell me later.
No, go ahead.
Well, I just asked who. But you're going to air them out on the podcast.
Yeah, I'll let you know.
Yeah.
But other than that, I mean, I did watch the trailer. And, you know, if you want to know about that, but it was... kind of the things that nightmares are made of, because I mean, it was actually the characters are kind of creepy looking because they are so realistic.
Yeah.
But what do? Go backwards and like try to like make things not look good and pixelated? Because I think people would be disappointed with that too. I think some people weren't happy with the characters looking so realistic. What did you think?
It's not that you pixelate it, but you can make him look more cartoony. Like Mario doesn't look real.
That's true.
But he looks good though.
Yeah.
I think that's what people wanted, and we can dive into that more. But yeah, first mainline Star Fox game in 10 years. Now here's what you maybe have read. It's called Star Fox, and some people thought at first glance it's a brand new game, but it's essentially just a remake, a heavily updated visual remake of the 64 version that came out in the 90s. What I was thinking. Okay, this is not the first time it's been remade. So it's like it's kind of like an eye roll. It's like we want a new Star Fox game. And there also was rumors of one coming, a brand new one. But this is a remake of the 64 version, essentially, with more cutscenes, more updated details, and all the good things that come with a remake. And we can talk about how much it's priced and everything in a minute. But yeah, it's like the redesign. The biggest thing that you'll notice, as you brought up, the redesigned characters, because even in, you know, the Mario Galaxy movie, which looks different, like Mario in the movie versus Mario in the games looks different. But like how Fox looked, the main character Fox looked in the Galaxy movie, he looked great. Like that's an updated, nice version of Fox. A lot of people, including me, I don't think I like how realistic they look in this game. I don't, because it looks like they're trying to make them look like ultra realistic, even though maybe that's not the goal. Just maybe the goal is to be semi-realistic. Like just makes them look kind of real. but it looks like they're trying to make them look like real life, if that makes sense, but they fail. I'm not sure how to word that.
I totally get that. I know what you're saying. I know what you're getting at. I'm not sure how to word that. At first, I thought it was creepy as I was watching it, but then as I was continuing to watch the trailer, I was like, it was kind of growing on me. I kind of started to think they were actually cute instead of scary. And the little banter back and forth you can have with each other and stuff, I thought was kind of cool. I thought the graphics, they grew on me and they were fine. But, my perspective is totally different from a lot of your audience probably. So,
And I think the only, criminals there in terms of the art style would be Fox and Falco. Like Slippy Toad looks fine. I see it less with Slippy Toad than I do with Fox. Fox looks bad, I feel. I think a more cartoony style version of this game, which can still be high quality, which can still be 4K, which can still run at 60 frames per second. I think that would have been more my speed. But I'm going to play the game. I'm going to enjoy it still. It's
I'm
just
wondering,
weird.
Are there other games that have released in the last, recently in the last year or two that have gone in this direction, whether it's Nintendo or another platform, where the characters kind of look this realistic and it's kind of gone in that direction, or can you even think of one?
Well, there's more games that have realism like that. I mean, they're on Switch, but like you'll see that a lot on PlayStation or Xbox, like where they try to make things look real. I mean, even just like GTA, for example, like real humans. Nintendo does less of that. It's more like the animated or like cartoony style, art style, Mario, Zelda. Like no one's looking extremely real. So it's less of a Nintendo thing to try and do this.
Well, it's like, again, I keep going back to sports games because that's what I know and that's what I see most of. Like you could show people like a Madden football game on the latest console, the latest version of Madden, and people are like, well, that looks like a real game.
Yeah.
People think it's a real game happening when people post it on YouTube. Like, whoa, I missed the game. I missed that highlight. And I'm like, wait a minute, that's Madden. Or a UFC fight or something. It looks like a real. It looks real.
Yeah.
And I think that's cool. I think that's where everything's going. We're not going to stop it. The train's already, has left the station.
Yep.
So
it's gone. So
yeah, it's gone.
And once again, like the visuals are not a factor for me whether I am going to play the game or how I rate the game. It's just like it's kind of a trip just to see that. It's kind of like you might not know, but like when the Sonic movie first got announced, they showed how Sonic looks and everyone hated it.
I heard about that.
They went and they like redesigned it.
Yeah.
So that this would not happen here. I'm just saying, like when you see your favorite character in a different style, it's a little bit trippy. So,
yeah, it takes a little adjustment. But I guess like moving away from like how it looks into how the game plays, maybe I'm jumping too far ahead, but there was, tell me how when you're bantering back and forth or talking with the other characters, there's something where it will mirror your facial expressions.
Okay, yes.
How does that work?
So we can dive into that. I'm going to run through the details of everything.
The details, then I want to hear about that.
And then once we get there, I'll explain what exactly that all is. So first of all, I mean, it's a remake of 64. There's a campaign and story mode. And then with the Switch version, there's battle modes, which are online 4 versus 4. They call them dog fights. And what that is two teams battle each other to earn the most points by clearing missions and defeating enemies. So it's like team versus team. Do your best. And there's three different stages to play on, all with different challenges for your team to win those matches. So that's kind of cool. There's a multiplayer aspect. Mouse controls are supported, which you can use to aim and shoot down enemies. And also what's cool is if we're doing 2-player, you and I, for example, I can be controlling the ship and you can use the mouse controlled Joy-Cons to be aiming, like to be shooting at enemies.
Right.
So like it's fun for multiplayer there. Game share is supported, meaning that if you have the game on one Switch, you can share it locally or online, either way, with people who don't have the game. So then you all can play it and only one person has to own it. Pretty cool. N64 controller works from the Switch Online, controller set that is supported with Starfox. And then what you wanted to talk about is a feature in Game Chat. So Game Chat is Nintendo's version of voice chat. It's like how you talk to people from Switch to Switch.
Yeah.
What you're seeing is a brand new thing called the Game Chat avatars. And so you can, I'm not sure how you would redeem them. There's no info on that yet. But you can get these Starfox avatars, and on Game Chat, on voice chat, you can turn on your camera so that your friends can see you, when you make mouth movements or move your eyes or your eyebrows or something, like make funny faces, you can have your face appear as a Starfox character. So I can game chat you, voice chat you, and look like Fox.
Well,
from
it's
the game.
probably, tell me if I'm wrong, like if you're FaceTiming someone on your
same thing
on your phone, you can do those little
same thing.
Turn yourself into a teddy bear or whatever and talk, right?
Yeah,
so
same.
yes, okay, that's how it works. Understood.
Yeah, very cool. So that's cool that they're adding that. That's not only a Starfox piece of news, but a whole like Switch 2 piece of news that's even happening. That's pretty cool. And they have that technology. They have a mini game, and they released this the same day as the Switch 2, Nintendo Switch 2 Welcome Tour. It's like a demo type of game, and in that game, they have a game, saying game a lot, where like you see that technology, you can move your face. Like they've obviously been planning to have that be a feature for over a year. So it's cool that we're now getting it with Starfox. And then it's mostly just updated cutscenes, more cutscenes that show you things that you didn't see in the original Starfox game. Updated visuals. The performance looks great just based on the trailer alone. It looks to be 60 frames per second. I imagine it's 4K if it's on Switch 2. So all looks good in terms of how it plays. I'm in. I am not the biggest Starfox guy. I've not really played much of any Starfox. I've played these are not the ones to play, but I've played like the Wii U Starfox games. I'm in. I'll play this game. It's going to be $50 digital, $60 physical. So I'll take that. It's not a $70 game. Thank you very much. And it launches June 25th only on Switch 2. So not long until that comes out. Usually they announce games and they announce them, months ahead of time. But this is
you get out of school pretty soon, kids. You pick up a copy of Starfox. You sit inside all summer on your Nintendo Switch and you play Starfox and you don't go outside and play. I'm kidding. You go outside and play too. Okay? You don't just sit on your Switch all summer and your computer or your phone. Get out and play. That's my PSA.
Do it. And there's a lot of people online who are upset at two things. Number one, the art style, the realism or lack thereof there. They don't like it. And number two, as I mentioned, it is another remake of a Starfox game. It's not a brand new Starfox. So there's a little bit of that online. As someone who's never played the Starfox 64, I'm in. Like, I'll play this because, it's the best version of it. So I'm in. I'm excited. But yeah, just some bit of discourse online.
I mean, again, we covered the thing with the graphics and how realistic they look, but I'm more interested, like, for you, are you still like a physical copy guy where you like to get the physical copies of everything?
I am, but what you might not have heard about is a few weeks ago, Nintendo, so like if you went out to buy the new Zelda game, it's $70 in store, it's $70 digital, it's a $70 game. Now, the physical games are staying at whatever price that was, so let's say 70. They're downing the digital copy to $10 less, 60. So that's why this game here, 50 digital, 60 physical. However, I'm still a physical guy. I hate wasting that $10, but I just love having the actual box and everything, and like it's just cool to show. But
this is going to be a really dumb question, but when you get the physical copy, if you were to lose that copy, then what happens?
It can't play, which is why digital is just so smart.
But if you could get the physical copy and then have the game digital also, like somehow with the files or something, and have it as a backup. But if you lose the thing, if it gets ruined, if you're if your mom vacuums up the game and it disappears, then
it's not smart.
But but you're careful with your stuff, and I think a lot of people are these days. And you spend $60 on it, you're going to take care of it. Hopefully.
Yeah, I mean, it sucks because like God forbid your house is on fire. All your games burned.
Ooh, yeah.
I lose my Switch and all my games. Digital Donnie over there loses his Switch. But can re-download all of his games. So it's way smarter. But I just like I like my physical games. I don't know. I like it.
You'll transition eventually. You're gonna come around to that. You're gonna come around to the Starfox graphics. You're gonna things are changing.
I'm coming around.
Come on, buddy.
I like it. The only other bits of news after Starfox, if you have any closing thoughts, we can dive into that now. Are you gonna be playing? I'm kidding. Probably not.
Hey, if you get it, I'll give it a try.
Okay. Cool. We can try out the co-op. Only other pieces of news is because Nintendo had their financial investors meeting today. You get all the updated sales numbers. The Switch 2 has now sold 19.86 million units worldwide. Kudos. And then the Switch 1, which is unofficially the best-selling console ever.
Wait. Let me guess.
Okay.
156 million?
Basically on the money. It's 155.92.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I was way off.
Carry the 10, or I mean, carry the 1 rather.
I did my homework.
Okay.
I did my homework.
This morning? Because that came out this morning.
I looked at it this morning.
Okay,
I read one article.
Very fancy.
I retained it.
I gotcha. But yeah, those sales numbers, I say unofficially the best selling because the PS2, and I'm sure it's, official that it's not the best selling. The PS2, for the longest time, they said, oh, it sold 155 million units. And the past 3 years, they've said, oh, actually, guys, it sold 160. So I don't know where they're at. I'm sure that they can't lie about that. So whatever. But it's on its way. It's the best-selling Nintendo console of all time. So that keeps climbing. Other piece of news is very small. If you're a Mario Galaxy movie enjoyer, you will get that movie on digital platforms like Amazon Prime Video, Apple TV, that sort of thing, on May 20th. That is the only... Oh, well, you know what? There's one other piece of news. Not that we can chime into this too much, but a Nintendo executive producer guy, he works on a lot of the Mario games, Zelda games, Takashi Tezuka, has retired.
Oh, I thought you were going to say he passed away.
No, is retiring very soon. He was a big part of the Mario series. Still is. He made the last big 2D Mario game, and who knows what other games that have yet to come out that he worked on. But yeah, he's very cool, and I like him a lot because when Mario Wonder came out, he did a lot of interviews, and I could tell he was very key in making that game what it was, and I love that game so much. So yeah, it kind of hurts to see a little bit.
How old a guy is he roughly? Do you have any idea?
No exact idea. It looks like 60 to 70.
Okay, so
yeah, maybe even older.
Okay. I was just curious.
Yeah, I mean,
just curious.
Yeah, definitely deserves his retirement.
Yeah.
Just sad to see.
Yep.
But yeah, apart from that, that's really all the Nintendo news. It's kind of a weird news week because almost everything here I saw coming, and not to be like, oh, I saw it all, but if you just read into things, like the Starfox game has been rumored for a month by a very, very credible leaker. It was only a matter of time. Switch 2 price increase, duh, everyone else is doing it. So kind of an expected news week, but an interesting one.
Well, does Nintendo news, because I don't know, does it ramp up certain times of the year? Does it ramp up, for example, in the fall as we go into Christmas season and they're starting to try to make a push for the holiday sales, or does it slow down as we head into the summer sometimes, or does it matter what time of year?
Most of the time, no, but I think it's a lot slower at the start of the year, which we're kind of out of now because we're in May.
Yeah.
But I'd say you see a lot in the holiday season, Q4. Most of the time, just from Christmas, Black Friday, Halloween products, Christmas things, and then also a bunch of games come out. Then big games come out in September, October, November, the holiday title games. Mario always comes out. Well, not always, but the last big Mario game, Mario Wonder, was in October. Pokemon usually is always in November. That late.
Isn't there a Yoshi game coming out?
That's coming out in I think a few weeks here, 2 weeks.
Oh, 2 weeks. Oh, wow, pretty today. Soon.
So yeah, but they'll have some big games.
Is this the first Yoshi game, where just Yoshi's had a game?
No, Yoshi's got a bunch. He's got dating back to the NES. If you want to go there, Yoshi.
I had no clue.
Yoshi Cookie. But yeah, this is maybe without having it all in front of me, maybe fourth, fifth. Big Yoshi adventure type game. No, probably a little more than that because he had something on the DS. I
just don't remember you having Yoshi games on your Christmas list when you were little.
Yeah, I think
maybe I'm wrong.
The first big one that I played was Yoshi's Woolly World on the Wii U.
Huh.
That was the big one that I got. I don't know if that was a Christmas thing or not. And then it was Yoshi. It was the exact same game basically on 3DS. Then they made Yoshi's Crafted World on the Switch. And now this is Yoshi in the Mysterious Book coming out May 20. I believe it's 20. It would be quick math. If the 15th is a Friday, I cannot do math. I think it's the 21st or something like
Well,
that.
I'm
I
sure it
think
will
it's
be
21st.
covered whenever it is on the Mario Matter.
Yes, it will be. But I think for now, that's the news. We can dive into the Q&A segment, which because you're on this podcast,
Yep.
I have kind of added more questions that I think you will be good at answering.
Oh, boy.
So it should be a good Q&A segment. Let's go ahead and get there now. Folks, you have made it to your favorite segment, the question block segment, where I'm used to saying but my dad and I, there's two people now, will be answering your questions you asked us. If you want to ask a question to appear on the podcast, there are a few ways to do so. Number one, I post on my YouTube community tab on the EmSwizzle channel every single week. If you see that post, you see it. If you don't, you don't. No problem. You can join the Discord server link down below and ask questions in the Discord. You can email mariomatterquestions@gmail.com, or you can leave a comment on YouTube or Spotify of the Mario Matter podcast. We will consider all questions. And our first question comes from Ryan, who asks, "Hi, Max and his dad. Great to see you both," because I announced you last at the end of the last show.
Awesome.
What is your favorite game to play together for some father and son time? All right, and I'll hand these off to you if they involve you, because for a question like that, I mean, we play a lot of sports games, but like, do you have better memory than I what the first game that we ever played was?
Oh my gosh.
Probably not. But
No,
let's just see.
We had, the first console I bought you guys when you were little was the GameCube.
Yes, I've talked about this.
Right, you've talked about that, right? And God, the first game we got, and it was mainly for your sister, was like Dora and the Purple Planet or something.
Yeah, that's it.
Don't get Dora. That was a terrible game. I don't know what the point. You just wandered around, kind of like the Dora cartoon. She just wanders around.
Yeah.
But after that, what did we? Oh, you know what? The game I liked to play when you were little, and you didn't play it as much as your brother and sister, but we played the Shrek game together. Shrek 2 game together on the GameCube, which was a lot of fun. And I was actually I was the one that was like I got really good at it because I think I was obviously a lot older. You weren't as adept at gaming then, so I was able to really solve all the levels or help you with the levels you couldn't get through. So that was awesome. We used to play like a lot of little games back in the day. We'd sit down and play just different character games. I can't remember off the top of my head. What was the Luigi, like the one where in the dark
mansion,
Luigi's Mansion,
from the GameCube,
things like that. But I do lean towards sports games because that's just my wheelhouse.
Yeah, it would have been like FIFA.
Oh, we played a lot of FIFA.
Well, yeah.
Oh, Max used to get so mad if he lost, but he usually won. He was always Messi and
Barcelona. Yeah.
Barcelona. Oh my gosh. And I would be Juventus. Whatever you say. And occasionally he was so good though. And you were like what, 9 years old or something?
Younger, 8, 7,
whatever. Oh yeah, you were.
Yeah.
And so he would kick my butt. We had a TV set up, and we didn't really have a dining room. We just had a TV, and we turned that into a game room in the old house. Remember? And we would play games in there, and occasionally I would win. We would play 5 games in a row, and I might get one barely by some luck because you were so good at scoring. I was terrible.
Yeah,
so great memories.
It was fun. Yeah, I think it would have been for a good answer, like FIFA.
Yes,
I think FIFA. I'm trying to look at the number. 13 probably.
Yeah, that was my favorite.
But we played that when FIFA 15 was out because it was just if you buy a sports game the year after it's titled, FIFA 13 in 2015, you can get it for $5. We bought that, and then we're like, all right, let's buy the brand new one. So then it was 15, 16, 17, all the FIFAs. So
one quick thing is when we used to go and get those games in GameStop, our local GameStop. There was this guy in there named Steve. Steve, shout out to Steve, who used to work at GameStop, who was awesome. He was I don't know if he was an assistant manager or whatever. He was the best guy. He knew us in there by name. Yeah. And he just thought, guys are back again. It was really cool to have a guy that knew you in the local GameStop. But that GameStop, unfortunately, is closed and now is a place that sells salads.
Yeah. I've never actually been back in the building, the restaurant that opened. I've never been in there. Yeah. I would love to go in there and just see if I can visualize.
Close your eyes.
Yeah, just see if
Bring
I can
back your childhood.
Feel the walls and this is where the DS games were.
Yeah.
And I would love to go back in there, but I never have been
Good
in there.
Good memories.
So, yeah, it was great. then I like found Steve's LinkedIn, and then like I was like,
yeah.
full circle. He
And
works
he was
at this
doing
place.
like he's like a recruiter for some like company. He does hiring, which is great. Go Steve.
Yeah, come on, Steve. We miss it. Steve, if you're out there,
Yeah, hit us up. Send us a question to the Mario Matter.
please do. We would love to read it. Then we have a question from Ultro7821 who asks, "Hey Max and Max's dad, guys, if you ever want to get a question answered next year when he's on the podcast, mention him in the question. Say Max's dad in the question. You will get on. I took all of those. Hey Max and Max's dad, love the podcast. What was the first Nintendo game that your dad has played with you? So Nintendo game. What would that have been?
Game? I mean, it had to be one of the Mario games, Max. I don't remember which Mario game it was because your babysitter would play too with you guys, but I would also play, and I would always die, and you were way better. And I can't remember which game was it, what version would that have been of Mario?
I'm just like, what?
Super Mario. It was Super Mario something.
But we had like Mario Golf.
Oh, we did play Mario
on the
Golf
GameCube.
too.
So I wonder if that's probably it.
That was Mario Golf on the GameCube.
Toadstool Tour.
Because I liked golf games too, and of course I would lose that too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
that was terrible. Of course, I think I was working all day, and you guys were playing the game half the day.
Yeah,
got really good.
Yeah, well,
those were good memories though.
But even back then, like we probably played it together, but I was however old, 2, 3, 4 in there. I was not good, but like we played it.
Oh, we totally played it. I mean, you guys, we used to have also in our house, we had our dining room was a video game area, and then we had like what was a little sitting living room, which was not a sitting living room. It had 3 computer stations where Max and his brother and sister had their computers, and you'd also sit there sometimes and play your little DS or whatever you had. Club Penguin or whatever. So we're not a conventional family. You guys, we were all about, video games and a lot about fun and technology and playing together with the latest stuff. It was cool.
Yeah. Gotta love it. So, yeah, I think it was Mario Golf.
I think it was
our first game.
Good call.
Kaven asks, "Hey Max, love the podcast, and I have a question." So this is probably more for me, but
yeah, go ahead.
I tried to put questions that we can both answer, but you can chime in if you have any thoughts.
Go ahead, buddy.
What time of day's music from Animal Crossing, New Leaf, and New Horizons is your favorite? Thank you for answering my question. So I think what's cool, I'll answer this and I'll play the song because we won't get struck for it. Well, if I have service, I probably don't. I'll just answer. So my favorite from New Leaf is either 9 a.m. or 1 p.m. Those themes. I love those. I love them especially when you play in winter and it has those jingle bells in the back. Love that. And then New Horizons, that one's tough. I love the 5 a.m. theme. It's so beautiful, but it's just like you never hear that, so it's hard for it to be your favorite, but it's a very, very good theme. Underrated one is 4 a.m. I'll say that. That one gets no love, but it's so good. If I had to pick a favorite, I think 7 a.m. 7 a.m. I actually used to hear because I would play Animal Crossing New Horizons during my online school, and I wouldn't be paying attention, so I'll just play Animal Crossing at 7 a.m. That one's like stuck in my head. Love that theme. Yeah, I'd say those 3 are very good. I just never get to hear the 4 and 5 a.m. because like one, I'm not up then. 2, if I am awake, I'm not playing Animal Crossing. So yeah, love those themes.
So those themes actually play at the time of day? I have no idea.
Yeah. So there's a song for every single hour. So 1 a.m., 2 a.m., they all have their own songs. And so I think like 3 a.m. sucks, to be honest, in New Horizons.
What are you doing listening to the 3 a.m. song?
Well, I've pulled all-nighters on Animal Crossing before.
That's true.
Back in like 2020 when my sleep schedule was like sleep at 5 a.m. and wake up at 12, if that early.
I just remember the one time your brother was up gaming all night.
Yeah.
And we didn't know that.
Yeah.
Your mom and I. He comes down at like 7. We're like, wow, you're up early?
Yeah.
And he doesn't say anything. He's like, yeah, I'm hungry. Oh, we want some breakfast? And he's like, he's more in the mood for like a hamburger.
Yeah.
I'm like, what are you talking about? He goes, yeah, I've been up all night. I'm like, doing what? And he's like, I heard him yelling in his room with his friends playing like on his computer, but he gamed all. Yeah, you didn't do it as much as he did, but
right.
he pulled an all-nighter for that, and they cracked me up.
Yeah, and when I did do it, it was like summer of 2020. I was like having that sleep schedule, and then I ended up fixing it, obviously, and it's great now. But
was it like after COVID or something when everybody was?
It was like during COVID.
During COVID,
it was like
when everybody was kind of schedules were out of whack and the world was kind of out of whack. So it's understandable.
Yeah, and then now I just like. I mean, props to those who do it or have to do it or still feel like doing it. If I wake up like anytime, like past 8 a.m., I feel terrible. I don't know why. I just feel awful. I don't know why that is.
When do you get to be my age? You got to, go to bed when the streetlights are on.
Yeah, like when it gets early. Yeah, so true. Let's see what else we got here. We got Duncan asking. Yeah, I mean, it's hard for you to really chime into these, but I wish that we could, have you collaborate a little bit. Duncan asks, do you think that you should be able to play Switch 2 demos on the Switch 1? Do you think this would help Nintendo sell more games or not? I think that'd make a lot of sense. I think it'd be smart because, if you get to play 1 hour of the new Donkey Kong game on your Switch 1, well, guess what? If you like it, you got to buy the new console for it. I think the problem is those games just simply cannot run.
That's what I was going to say. I was going to ask that question.
That's the only problem,
right? But it's a good thought that he has. It's a good idea. He should work in promotions.
He should.
It's a good promotional idea if it was logistically possible. But yeah.
But I would say yes overall. I think that can only help you, sell more of your games. Adam asks, "Hi Max and guest, if any." Do you have a guest?
Was Adam?
Yes.
Hi Adam.
What is your favorite 3D Mario game? And if this is answered, this is my first time asking a question on the podcast. Well, thank you, Adam.
We'll send you out a windbreaker for that first question.
Oh, yes.
No, we're not going to. We can't send you anything. I'm sorry.
But thanks apologize. For the question. Yeah, we apologize. Favorite 3D Mario game for me. Now, I say for me like you're gonna have a good answer. I don't know, but Does Mario 3D World count? Because it's a 3D, probably not what you're looking for, but that's my main answer. If you're talking about like mainline Mario, 3D Mario, I mean, it's probably, you're looking at Mario Galaxy or Mario Odyssey as like your big two options. Probably go Odyssey, and that's a basic answer, but like it just doesn't get better than that. And Galaxy's cool, Galaxy's great, I played it. I just think Odyssey... Maybe it's just like, maybe it has part to do with, the time in my life, which was not crazy. I was just like 10 or whatever. So It hits a little harder when you're 10 than when I played Galaxy a few years ago when I'm, 16, 17, whatever. So I liked where I was at when Odyssey came out. Very, very fun game. Loved playing through it. Was addicted to it. I'd probably say Odyssey there. Do you have any 3D Mario knowledge?
Wow, I have no 3D Mario knowledge. I mean, like things are like coming at you, and
it's just like
have to duck?
2D Mario is just like the Mario that you might know. It's like get from point A to point B. It's like
he looks flat.
It's flat, like left to right.
Okay, I understand.
3D is like he's running around a whole map, a whole world.
Understood. No, I can't chime in on that, unfortunately, but I see what you're saying.
Yeah. And then last one before I just like on the fly thought of a cool little segment for us. Street Passer asks, would you prefer a new Starfox or F-Zero game? Which is fitting because of today's news, the new Starfox. I think I'd prefer a new Starfox because F-Zero, for you maybe don't know, is just like a racing game.
Wait, that sounded like my grades in high school. I got it. It wasn't that bad. I'm kidding. But anyway, go ahead. It's a new racing game. Is it like?
It's not new, but they had it on the Super Nintendo, and they've had a few since. But it's just a racing game.
I mean, is it like F1 is racing?
Yeah,
so F-Zero is like what they're using to
you're in like these little ships. It's a space theme, and you're just like going in circles. There's some speed boost little mechanics here.
It's not like Indy cars like they do like race cars. It's a space game.
You're almost in like the same things that you're in Starfox to a degree. Like you're flying little ships and cool things. Captain Falcon, if that rings a bell to anybody. But I prefer Starfox. I feel like there's more going on there. There's more of a quality game that you can make out of that than there is for an F-Zero. Like imagine a modern F-Zero game and a modern Starfox. You're probably picking Starfox. There's more there, more characters, more content, I guess. So I would pick Starfox as my option. That's all the questions. I want to go for a little bit longer though because we can. And I just wanted to because we don't get you on the podcast often. I just wanted to know your gaming memories, if any, like when you were growing up, and also if you have any memories of me growing up with Nintendo at all. Just like spill your knowledge of anything gaming, anything of me growing up.
Okay, so when I was little, we played, we used to go, for example, I told you I played the Atari 2600. We played a game called Asteroids. We played Defender. We had this football game my brother and I would play, and I think we had it on a 12-inch black and white TV.
I know what
it was
is.
called Ed Too Tall Jones Football, and it was like a quarterback and 2 wide receivers, and we played that so hard, and whoever would lose was so mad that they would like turn the TV off, throw down the controller, and it would almost break into a fist fight.
Yeah.
Okay. And then a little bit older, I was probably like 19 or 20. My friend Blair and I got I guess it was like the Sega Genesis or
probably,
whatever,
yeah.
something. One of those from Toys R Us. And we both split it, but we left it at my house.
Can I pause? Why Toys R Us? That's where you ended up?
I don't know where else you would get it back then. There was no GameStop.
Yeah.
I mean, Toys R Us was probably the only place you could get it. I don't know if you could get it. I don't know. There was no Target back then.
Yeah,
even.
yeah.
I don't know. There was a Kmart probably.
Yeah,
if you know what that is. But so local Toys R Us, we got it there. We split it. We would play just Madden like religiously.
Yeah.
And and again, we didn't get into a fist fight, but we get pretty. We played Tecmo Bowl too.
Sounds familiar. Yeah.
Which was another football game. Me and my buddies. So those were always fun times. But with you. I don't know if they're Nintendo focused or related exactly, but I just remember how obsessed you were with like Skylanders when you were little.
Yeah.
And it was to the point where, I mean, those things, most of them were pretty cheap, but I just would want to surprise Max when he got home from school or something. So I would be like, I'm at this grocery store near us shopping. And the GameStop that I mentioned earlier was like right there. So I'd pop in and get him like a Skylander that I knew he didn't have. Yeah. And then I would like have it like hanging from a string on the ceiling with a note on it when he came in the door from school.
Yeah.
Or I would like have it I'd bring it in the car when I picked you up at the bus stop or something. So that always made your your day, I think, pretty good.
Yeah.
And I just remember those kind of surprises. And to this day, you guys still have that massive Skylander collection that I don't know what we're gonna do with, but it looks really cool.
Yeah, you want to sell those? I'm all for.
No, I don't want to sell them. I mean, I think they're a really cool display.
Someone mentioned selling those. I want to keep all my Skylanders because one, it's like a piece of my childhood.
Yeah.
I just like it. Two, I'm a hoarder. Three, the biggest thing is I actually still play Skylanders like here and there, like just like for fun, just like. Like maybe bi-monthly.
Well, those would look really cool. We have them on a shelf and they're all kind of displayed and stuff, but I think they'd look really cool, like behind glass with like some lights on them and stuff.
Yeah.
And it's just a cool, piece of history.
Yeah.
It's no reason to get rid of those. And I don't think they're worth much, so what would you do?
No,
what are you going to get for them?
Right, like
so those
$3 a pop is that.
But to circle back, those memories of you just kind of surprising you or whatever. And I do remember the one time, and I don't know if you want me to bring this up, but when you accidentally sold some of your brother's Nintendo games or whatever back to GameStop to get something that you wanted, and then he came looking for those games and they were gone, and he had played like the certain levels on them and things.
Yeah.
Oh man, that was not a good time. But we
needed some funds, I guess.
We went and bought everything back for like twice the price that we just sold them for his brother. Max is like, these are mine. I'm like, JT. Well, he comes home with those were mine.
Yeah.
Whoop, didn't know.
Whoops.
Back to GameStop.
Yeah, whoopsie. Your boy just needed some funds he didn't have, and we have all the games now, so we have them all back now.
Oh, good. We had a lot of fun times.
Yeah, they were all mine.
Oh, he's gonna go. He's gonna go down with the ship.
I'm just kidding, but yeah, I like. Speaking of those surprises, the one that I remember was I knew of it. Like we ordered for those out there. It's the Splatoon Boy, the blue one for Splatoon on the Wii U. It came from Amazon.
Yeah,
and before I got home, you just like opened it, and I mean, as you just said, you like. Printed out some paper. It said like, "Hi Max, welcome home.
Yeah,
let's play Splatoon." And then like you strung it from the ceiling
or the
something.
lights or something.
Yeah, it was just so cool. Like, that was a cool thing to come home to. I get my. I tell this story all the time. I'd get my pretzel dogs.
Yes.
Do you remember those? Like,
yes.
Like back. I tell this story all the time. How I get my pretzel dogs. back me up. Like, I used to get those after, that was like an after-school snack.
After school snack.
And I'd get those, and I'd just play Splatoon. My gamepad was all greasy.
Yeah.
But, it was great.
You know what your other snack was, which is probably not great, was those Little Bites.
Yes. Yes.
Mini, like, they're basically mini cupcakes. They're little chocolate chip cupcakes.
Yeah.
There's like 5 in a bag.
They still make them today.
Oh my gosh. You used to eat those like
Breakfast.
yeah, those were like your main food group for a couple years.
Food group is
Breakfast, lunch, dinner, after dinner snack.
Yeah. That was like the one big thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. I like me some Little Bites,
Yeah.
But yeah. Good old days. We don't get you on the podcast often, so I figured we'd dive into some memories. Is there anything else before we wrap up here? Just kind of trying to use all this time that I have at the podcast studio.
Let me see. Prompt me, Max.
Not to drag on. I just want to let's get our times with while you're on the pod. We won't have you back on for a year.
All right, no. Hey, I'll come on whenever you want. we didn't do a lot of prep for this, but we'll circle back to that. But I just wanted to let people know. Did we even tell them why we're in New Jersey?
No, we did not.
Oh well. Max and I, as we're talking about father-son stuff, a little father-son time here in New Jersey. We're right near Newark. We're in Jersey City right now, which is close by. And we go to the UFC fights every year in Newark. And that's the Ultimate Fighting Championship. It's mixed martial arts, right? So we're going, there's some big fights this weekend. We're going to go see those for a little father-son time. And we're rooting for one guy that he's from Okinawa. His name's Tatsuro Taira. We're hoping he wins his title. But there's some other good fights going on. So I think we're going to really enjoy that at the Prudential Center this weekend.
Yep, should be good. And then right after this, we're going to get some just some great lunch. Do you want to tell them about Tops?
Well, hey, if you ever like, it's not right in Newark, but it's like, I think it might be called like Harrison or something. It's like 5 minutes outside Newark. It's Tops Diner. Google Tops Diner, just like it sounds, TOPS, Tops Diner. And it's like, I think it's got like 4.6 stars and like 18,000 reviews on Google.
It was the best diner in the country.
The diner, it's like a diner that's like, it's probably 5 times the size of whatever you're picturing as a diner. And I think it's open 24 hours. Like, it's a place, you don't usually have to make a reservation at a diner. You have to make a reservation here a lot of times. And you can get like anything from a milkshake and a stack of pancakes at like 3 p.m. to like, a steak and a Mongolian barbecue or something. I mean, the menu is just like enormous.
Yeah.
And you can get pizza, you can get chicken fingers, you can get wings, you can get anything, any time of day.
Yeah.
So we have been eating pretty much every meal there.
Yeah.
And we're just really, going to have to get on the treadmill after that today.
Right. I mean, thus far, every meal has been there.
Yeah, it has been.
Every single one.
We did get the free breakfast at the hotel, but that didn't really count.
Oh, right. Sorry. I was just thinking lunch and dinner. Yeah.
No,
good point. Yeah.
But our main meals have been at Tops. So if you're ever around, check that out. But getting back to video game stuff, I mean, I guess, it's funny. You continue to be like, how did you get to be such like a Nintendo specific enthusiast? Do you know what I mean? Because like your brother, for example, he does a lot of online gaming. I think is his. Am I wrong? I think it's kind of his main thing.
PC
but
games.
you really focused in on Nintendo, and was it Animal Crossing that kind of brought you into that world? Like, I know you always liked Nintendo, but how did it get to be where Nintendo instead of like Xbox or PS5 stuff or whatever?
Yeah. So back when I began the channel, it was all Animal Crossing focused, and that's like the game that I was obsessed with. Because before the channel, I always loved Nintendo, obviously, and they were my preferred like gaming company, I guess.
Yeah.
Like Nintendo, Xbox, PlayStation. I'm going Nintendo. So I had played Animal Crossing, and the new one was coming out March 20th of 2020. I was so excited. This is my new big game coming out this year. I'm gonna love this. I'm just so excited, and that's the same way that I'll be for the next Animal Crossing game in a few years.
Yep.
But so I was just playing it. There is no YouTube channel when the game came out. I was just playing the game for fun, and then I tell this story too, but it'll get to your point. I began like trying to figure out how to catch these like fish and bugs in the game, and I'd look up these guides on how to do it. They had like 50,000 views for a 2-minute video that wasn't even that good. I'm like, I could do this. So I did it. Did it get 50,000 views? No. Were they good videos? No. That's how I started.
Back when you were selling those shirts.
Yes, those shirts.
Giving them away.
Yeah, basically. So I just didn't stop. I kept making guide videos. Then it turned into like Animal Crossing challenge videos, then live streams. All the while, to your question, I was like becoming more and more into the Nintendo world. Back when I began the channel, I wouldn't know if like a new Mario game was announced until maybe like later that day. So brand new Mario game is a big deal. Now, if it gets announced, I'll know within minutes, like within a few minutes. Back then, I'm not as into it, so I would find out later.
Well, I mean, now everything is like instant in life, like alerts and X and wherever you get your news or whatever. Everything's like instantaneous. Yeah, it wasn't as much back then. Probably you weren't probably as tuned in back then either, but still.
And for reference, if a game like Starfox today was announced, I would not have heard about it when I was like starting out the channel. I was not as into Nintendo. Yeah. But over time, just playing more Animal Crossing. Just seeing more Animal Crossing news, by product of that, you see more Nintendo news. You just kind of like get more into Nintendo. It's a slow growing Nintendo, not obsession. I wouldn't really call it an obsession, to be honest. I don't play as many games as it looks. Nintendo, I like making content on Nintendo. That whole thing grew over the next 6 years, and here I am. Like I just liked more and more and more of it. Now I'd say like I'm at the peak of like, I see every game announcement. I play all the games. Like, I'm into it now.
I know you don't play as many Nintendo games as you used to, but I know the thing I think, correct me if I'm wrong, that you love about your channel is like the community that you've built. And you love talking on the Mario Matter podcast to the people that are listening. And, you love the community that you built. And I think you're very family friendly. I know it's not like it's not like hard for you to be that way because you're just, you're not the type of guy that's going to go out and insult anybody anyway, or say anything off color. So I think it really shows through to your audience, and that's a good thing.
Well, thanks. I appreciate.
Yeah.
But
I have one other memory from when you were a little bit younger. For sure, it was when Max, his grandma, used to live right up the top of the hill, basically. So you guys, we'd either take you up there and she'd watch you guys. Mom and I would go maybe whatever out to eat or something. And you guys, she actually bought the Wii U for you guys at her house. And she's super like great with you guys. She was great with you guys, and she still is. But she would actually try to play with you guys. Yeah. And so she had the console there. So that was awesome for you guys to go up there and there was something she could do with you.
I loved it.
And then you guys could play up there. So I always remember that we'd come in and you guys would be playing with, well, you call her Oba because if you don't know, Max's grandma is Okinawan. And so I always thought that Oba sitting there with you guys was I wish I had pictures of that. It was such a cute thing,
I can recall days where, she fed us, obviously, but like in between meals, I was just playing the Lego Movie video game for 6 hours on the Wii U. And all I ate were like this like little bowl of chips, like 6 hours. I was just sitting there.
Yep.
Because I'm not sure where you were, but I was just sitting there playing. Yeah. And she tried to play Super Mario Bros. U on the Wii U, obviously. She wasn't very great, but it was fun that she tried.
Oh, so, just fun. Yeah, it's fun that she even play and interact with you guys on that level. It was awesome. You guys were all sitting in these little. Did you have like little bean bags or something, or
it
little
like
mini
these,
chairs
like
or something?
Black leather chairs.
Right, they're little mini chairs. So those are great memories.
Yeah, it was cool. And so I was going to say something. Now I'm forgetting. What was I going? And I'm so glad that now I have that Wii U.
I was going to say that
after. We stopped going there. I didn't really think about like what happened to that Wii U, and then like a few years later, maybe like a while, 5 years later or so, I was like, wait a minute, whatever happened to that? And it was just sitting in our cousin's house, like in the basement, not even being used, just in a box.
Oh, it was at your cousin's house.
Yeah,
okay, but you have it now.
Yeah, it was in a box. I'm like, I asked my aunt, I was like, is someone using that? And she was like, nope, it's just in a box. I'm like, I'll take it, please.
Yep.
And then got it. And now it's the main Wii U that I use now for all my gaming. So it's full circle. I'm glad that I have it.
Full circle.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you didn't have to pay for it. Your Oba bought it for you, which is amazing.
Yes.
Thank you, Oba.
Yes, very nice.
Oba, she watches your videos too, and she'll probably watch this hopefully. Yes. Yeah. So shout out Oba.
Awesome. But yeah, I think we can wrap it up. Thank you for being a guest on our podcast. The Mario Matter, the audience loves you. Our last podcast that we did, people loved it. People loved it. They were like, "Oh, this is so great that you had your dad on the." They like you on the podcast. Yeah.
Well, hey, no, I really appreciate it. I loved being here. Loved spending time with you, and we're gonna have a great weekend here in New Jersey. So thank you, Mario Matter fans. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, Max. And that's all I've got to say. It's been fun.
Yes, thank you all very much for listening, tuning in, watching, viewing, rating the podcast, subscribing, whatever you do. We appreciate it. Hopefully this podcast comes out decently on time. We'll see when we can get all these files and everything. But if it comes out late, we do apologize. We're doing all that we can over here at EmSwizzle Entertainment. But I will see you all next Saturday on time. For our next bit of Nintendo news, our next everything, whatever's on the notes to talk about. We will go over it all next week. I will see you all then. We're going to get some Top's Diner. I'm excited. I'm starving. Maybe I'll get some chicken. What are you going to get?
I'm going to get some kind of steak meal, Max. I'm not sure which. They have like a steak, like stir fry thing, and it doesn't sound like that amazing, but it's like comes in this what looks like a plate, but it's actually a bowl, so it's enormous. Like it goes down, and there's all this sauce. You stir it up, and you come out of there, and you just feel amazing.
That's great. We'll see you all next week. Adios.
And adios.